Daniel Valencia again with Scale Freaks. Hope you guys miss me. I know I haven't been posting anything for some time now. Everything went down since after COVID. Been working on models, but unfortunately not on videos. So this time is the Nunu Plats BMW 320i, the E46. This is a DTCC, or the Deutsche Tourenwagen Challenge. It's kind of like the BTCC, the British Tour Car Championship, but this is the German version. Mostly they're stock cars, or nearly stock. They don't allow wide tires or big aerodynamics or even a wing. So I am converting this car to a GT3 version. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Personally, this E46 BMW is one of my favorites. I decided to change it into a faster car. So hope you guys like the process. By the way, this video will have no music, so please tune your own music. Unfortunately, I've been having too many issues with freaking YouTube. Every single stupid song I download or do, the free copyright, I end up getting in trouble. It's a headache. So I decided not to do it. So like I said, I will be showing you this video without any music. Tune in your best jam and hopefully you enjoy it. This time also I am fast forwarding a lot of the process. I don't want to bore you guys with, this is the part that I cut and I glue it and blah 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 blah. I know you guys are more advanced modelers than I am, so I don't want to bore you with the basic shit. So once again, this is a GT3 conversion. I will be explaining kind of like what I did with the whole thing. On the interior, I always like to detail a lot, so I'm going to be showing you a little bit of what I did. The basic model, the Nunu Plats, it's once again basic. It has just a couple of electronics, brings a fire extinguisher, and I always like to make my cables, connections, wiring, all the electronics inside a race car. So I will be showing you that. Here's a little part of me doing the carbon fiber on the dash. I did the whole carbon fiber thing for the dashboard. More down the video, you guys will see how I modify the body. I actually did a wide body version. It has the flares. I will show you how I went online and look at different GT3 versions of this car or other race cars, but also BMW E46s. And I'll show you how I made my decision based on the pictures I found. I made a splitter. I cut the back side of it. I made a diffuser. I tried like 2 different wings. By the way, this is the first part of the video. I was trying to cut it short. It's a lot of work. I videotaped most of the first part of my fabrication process and all the cutting, welding, good stuff, So on the second part will be mostly just a couple of pictures and the final result. So hope you guys enjoy it. I will be chiming in and out, telling you what I was doing, and please enjoy the video. Here, what I'm basically doing, it's lowering the car. What do I mean by that? I'm cutting the upper part of the fenders. That way the whole body drops. And of course I used aftermarket tires and wheels, which are a little bigger. The ones that the kit brings are very, very tiny. Once again, this is a DTCC car. So if I'm not mistaken, they only allow like a certain size of regular street tire or like a very thin and tiny slick to be used in this category. So this is why I bought aftermarket for the GT3 conversion. Front bumper, this is a stock bumper. It even has the base for the license plate, the European long license plate. So I'm getting rid of the center part for the bumper air intake. I am cutting that out. I will also be getting rid of the license plate holder. I don't like that thing. It's nice on the stock car or the original car, but not for a GT3 version. GT3s, remember, they're usually carbon fiber or fiberglass, whatever they get, depending on the budget of the team. So all these bumpers are aftermarket, so we're getting rid of the stock stuff. So this is the part I was telling you. These are my reference pictures. This is an actual GT3. One more time. Well, here I am kind of like showing you the different styles in wide bodies for GT3s. That back opening is for relieving pressure from the front tire. It has the bottom side, also a rear cutout, and the big diffuser on the front. I will also be showing you examples of splitters. By the way, you can see here the side cutting for the exhaust is right in front of the rear tire. I will show you down the road that because I'm adding a splitter, the stock exhaust system will not work. I cut it out, get rid of it, and on the right side of the wide body, I do an opening for the exhaust as well. Here, you can see the exhaust is the stock part, you see? The exhaust will not let the diffuser sit correct, so I'll get rid of that part. By the way, this is a four-door. This is a sedan or saloon, how they call it in Europe. This is the four-door base. I love four doors, by the way. They're in drifting. They use a lot of the four doors because sometimes the chassis it's a stronger because of the center, um, the center support bar for the rear doors. Here's where I get rid of the exhaust. Screw this, bye bye. And that's my diffuser. Cut out the bumper also to make it look, the way it does, and so air will flow through there if it was a real race car. Here I'm kind of like showing you where I'm going to be cutting. That is my base part. That's regular styrene to do the base of the moldings. Measuring how far the tires will stick out of the body. Once you get a good measurement, then you just copy it all the way around. Glue, measure, more glue, measure, more glue. I think you guys get the idea. Okay, a little bit more work, interior, roll cage. In a bit I will be showing you, I added a little extras on the roll cage actually. Well, my whole interior, these are gussets. These gussets are used inside the cage. That's to reinforce where the cuts and the wells are all together, where the tubes meet. They use gussets. I'm also getting rid of the outside, those little pins that the kit brings. They look like shit. So yeah, I got down the road, you'll see I got rid of them, sand them down. And I will also show how I did a little bit of welds So you melt sprue the plastic, you stretch it, you get those fine uh, plastic, lines. You cut them out, you put them on the little corners, whatever you want, like that, to simulate a weld, and then you melt it with Tamiya thin cement. This is what I use for the side skirts. This is regular styrene angle. So you kind of like measure it. I cut the front side to make it like a round pointy part. So the front tire will be aerodynamic, or actually the front side of the skirt will be aerodynamic in relation to the tire, the front tire. Inside, what you want to do, I use the two part compound, like a putty. That way you reinforce the center, because outside you're gonna sand it down to make it round. You don't want it that squarey, you want it more like roundy. I'm marking my passenger side so I know where am I gonna cut. This is the round front part that I'm telling you, the aerodynamic side. Cut, measure, cut, sand, cut, and then make it right. I used to, one more time, some of you don't know, some of you do. I used to actually work on real race cars. I was a fabricator, I used to weld, but I always like to participate to help the guys, the aero guys doing carbon fiber on the body, electronics. I will always be involved. Like, race cars have been my passion for a long ass time, so I got really, really involved. It's hard, so it's ready to go. That's the corner that I tell you that I sand off and make it round. I will also be making a couple of openings on the hood. The way I do it, I kind of like design my opening or think about how I'm gonna want to do it. I draw it on the hood, and then you cut a piece of plastic. That'll be your template. So that piece of plastic will actually be the little part that's gonna tell you exactly where you're gonna cut, and then you just flip it around and use it on the other side. That way you're making it like a perfect mirror. You don't have to be measuring the hood or anything. One piece of plastic will actually help you both for both openings. This interior or the inside part of those skirts will be reinforced also by this is called JB Wall. The putty I was telling you is a two-part and it hardens like rock. So that thing is not going to be going anywhere. This is super strong. Here, I actually use it just a little bit, because remember, this part, this upper side, will be covered by milliput. That's what I use to mold my wide body. This is a cotton swab, really wet with thinner. That way you can kind of like shape or mold where you want this epoxy, because once this thing is dry, it's extremely strong. You can sand it down, but it's easier to mold it while it's wet. I usually give it 24 hours to get completely dry, and it dries like rock. Here it's already dry inside, and that way it reinforces the structure. Whenever you sand it, you do whatever, it's really strong. Finishing more details on the interior, more cool stuff. My electronics, extinguisher, the other manual extinguisher. This is soldering material, what I use for my wires and stuff. Adding details. One more time, I'm really good at replying. I try not to miss any question you guys ask on my videos on the bottom. You know, you can always ask, what do you use? How do you do this? I know it's fast forward, so sometimes it's kind of hard to catch details of what I'm doing or what the hell I added. Or guys, just ask any question. I will be happy to help you with anything. Like previously, I always say, you know, if there's a lot of questions on one subject or topic, I will be trying to make another video. I am working more towards giving you guys a little bit of content. Um, I see some videos out there of, you know, basic builds, basics that I like to mess a lot with my models. I cannot leave my models alone. I'm always modifying them, where there is a plane, car. Actually, I have a BMW motorcycle as well. I completely converted it to cafe racer. I did a bunch of modifications. There's a lot of people out there who like to, you know, go in adventures and start modifying. So use my mistakes as your learning curve. Don't try, if you guys are not comfortable, just look at how I do it, see how I mess it up. If there's something you don't like, you know, you can always make it different. But this is why I try to share as much as I can of how I modify my stuff. By the way, here I am looking at the front part of the car, seeing how the splitter goes attached to the bumper. There's different designs, different ideas, so I kind of like scroll through a few and then kind of like make a decision and go for that one. Here's another style. So this is how I built my splitter. Again, regular styrene, and I'll show you a couple of the little very basic measurements. I don't really go with too many angles. I'll show you how I do the trick. This will be the basic square. I have to make it actually square. All the angles have to be close as perfect as you want. What I do here, I get the total measurement, the width, and divide it in two and pull a center. That way you are working on relation with the center of the car. I will measure that in a bit also. Here you check both sides that you're in the perfect center. You check the other side. You're good. Now we have a center line. I go for the center of the car, square it out. Now I can locate it perfectly. This line is to see how far out I want the diffuser. The splitter, again, I apologize. I keep mixing both. This is a splitter that I'm building. Here, that's an outline. I'm measuring in every angle line. That's for you to kind of like do a perfect line outside the line of the bumper. So I draw it out. So that's the line of the bumper, extend it out. But then on the splitter, I will make the corners wider. And I'll show you here right now. So that's just a regular round line. Now I'm going to extend the corners. So the splitter will be more square, not too round. There you go. Those are the corners extended out. Now we cut it out, sand it, and make it look perfect. This is the part that I was telling you previously. I kind of like draw it first, how I want the opening, and then I begin to shape a piece of plastic. This plastic is going to be my template. Remember, you put it on one side and then you flip it, and that's a mirror side. That way you get the same perfect cut in both sides without having to make two pieces or too many measurements. You can see the diffuser laying down to the right of the screen. That diffuser, I got it from, I believe it was a Formula 1 1/20th scale. It's bigger side of the body. I just cut it squared, but it has the perfect size, the perfect shape, and it fits under my undercarriage. So I used that 1/20th Formula 1 diffuser. That's one side. Also, to hold that little piece in place so it doesn't move around when I'm marking it, I use that blue tacky thing. You kind of like squeeze it and it stays in one place. It's easy to remove. Clean it, flip it, put tacky blue stuff on the other side, and repeat on the other side. I'll show you right now. Bloop, 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 bloop. Stuck there. It's not gonna go anywhere, and it allows you to draw the line, the outer line. Little tricks. Now, you guys don't want to get this line deleted or anything. You have to be careful because this is the actual line that you're gonna cut in the hood, so it has to be like very, very precise. The closer you get to the line in both sides when you cut, the better the openings will look. Here I'm flipping the blue tacky thing to the other side and repeat on the driver's side. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. This will be this complete first part of the video. I will be coming with a second part, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.